Hello, everyone, and welcome to this podcast about going to the gym. In this series, I will explain how to talk in simple English when you are at the gym. This topic is useful for everyday life, especially if you want to describe your workout, ask for help, or communicate with a trainer or other people at the gym. The gym is a place where people exercise to stay healthy, strong, and active. People go to the gym for different reasons. Some people want to build muscle, some want to lose weight, and others just want to stay fit and feel better. In the gym, you can use different equipment such as treadmills, bikes, weights, and machines. In this podcast, I will use simple words and clear sentences. The goal is to help you understand basic English phrases that are used in gym situations. I will also give examples of short conversations so you can see how people communicate in real life. When you are at the gym, you may need to talk to a trainer, ask about equipment, or describe your exercises. For example, you may ask, "How do I use this machine?" or "Can you help me, please?" These are simple and very useful questions. In this podcast, we will go step by step. Each block will focus on different situations at the gym, such as starting a conversation, talking about exercises, asking for help, describing your workout, and giving simple responses. You do not need advanced English to communicate at the gym. Basic vocabulary and simple phrases are enough. The most important thing is to be clear and confident. Now I will talk about how to start a conversation at the gym. When you arrive at the gym, the first thing you can do is greet people politely. This helps you feel more comfortable and friendly in the environment. You can start with simple greetings such as, "Hello," "Hi," "Good morning," "Good afternoon." After greeting someone, you may want to ask for help or start a short conversation. For example, "Can you help me, please?" "Excuse me, I have a question." "Hi, how do I use this machine?" These are simple and polite ways to begin talking. If you are speaking to a trainer or staff member, they will usually be ready to help you. Here is a simple example of a short conversation. Person A, "Hello." Trainer, "Hi. How can I help you?" Person A, "Can you show me how to use this machine?" Trainer, "Sure, follow me." In the gym, people usually respect each other's space, so it is important to be polite and not interrupt someone while they are exercising. If you need to talk to someone, you can say "excuse me" before asking your question. You can also ask simple questions to start a conversation. "Is this machine free?" "Can I use this equipment?" "Do you need this machine?" These questions are short and useful when you want to know if you can use certain equipment. Tone is also important. Speak clearly and politely. A friendly attitude makes communication easier. Even simple words can sound natural if you are calm and respectful. Now I will talk about common exercises and how to describe what you do at the gym. This is very useful when you want to explain your workout or understand others. At the gym, people do different types of exercises. Some people use machines, others lift weights, and some do cardio exercises like running or cycling. It is helpful to know simple words for these activities. For example, cardio exercises include running on a treadmill, cycling on a bike, or using an elliptical machine. You can say, "I am running on the treadmill." "I am using the bike." "I am doing cardio." Strength training is another type of exercise. It includes lifting weights or using machines to build muscles. You can say, "I am lifting weights." "I am training my arms." "I am working on my legs." If you want to describe your workout, you can use simple sentences like, I go to the gym 3 times a week. I exercise for 1 hour. I do cardio and strength training. I usually start with a warm-up. A warm-up is very important before exercising. It helps your body prepare for physical activity. You can say, I start with a warm-up. I stretch before my workout. Here is a simple example of a conversation. Person A, what are you doing? Person B, I am doing cardio. I usually run on the treadmill. Person A, nice. I am lifting weights today. You can also ask others about their workout. What exercises do you do? How often do you go to the gym? What is your workout routine? These questions are simple and help you learn about other people's habits. When describing exercises, try to use short and clear sentences. You do not need complex grammar. Simple present and present continuous are enough to talk about your activities. Now I will talk about how to ask for help at the gym and understand instructions. This is very important, especially if you are using new equipment or doing exercises for the first time. If you do not know how to use a machine, you should ask for help. You can use simple and polite phrases like, "Can you help me, please?" "Excuse me, how do I use this machine?" "Can you show me, please?" These questions are clear and easy to understand. Trainers and staff are usually ready to help you. Here is a simple example of a conversation. Person, excuse me, can you help me, please? Trainer, sure. What do you need? Person, how do I use this machine? Trainer, first, adjust the seat, then choose the weight. When someone explains something, they may give you step-by-step instructions. It is important to listen carefully and follow each step. If you do not understand, you can ask, "Can you repeat that, please? Can you speak more slowly? I don't understand. Can you explain again?" These phrases help you avoid confusion and make sure you understand correctly. You can also ask about safety. Is this safe to use? Do I need to adjust anything? How much weight should I use? These questions are useful, especially if you are a beginner. Sometimes trainers may use simple instructions like, adjust the seat, lift slowly, keep your back straight, do 10 repetitions. Try to understand these basic instructions. If something is not clear, always ask. It is normal to ask questions at the gym. It shows that you are careful and want to do exercises correctly. Clear communication helps you stay safe and use equipment properly. Now I will talk about common mistakes that learners make at the gym and give some useful tips to improve your communication. One common mistake is using incorrect question forms. For example, you show me this? Cross mark. The correct form is, can you show me this, please? White heavy check mark. Another mistake is forgetting polite words. In the gym, it is important to be respectful. Always try to use please and thank you. For example, can you help me, please? Thank you for your help. Some learners also forget to speak clearly when asking questions. If you speak too fast or too quietly, the other person may not understand you. It is better to speak slowly and clearly. Another common mistake is not asking for clarification. If you do not understand instructions, do not stay silent. Ask questions like, can you repeat that, please? Can you explain again? I don't understand. Now here are some useful tips. First, learn basic gym vocabulary. Words like treadmill, weights, machine, reps, sets, warm-up, and stretching are very helpful. Second, use simple sentences. At the A2 level, short and clear phrases are enough. For example, I am working out. I am doing cardio. I need help. Third, observe how others use equipment. Watching and listening can help you understand how things work before asking questions. Fourth, practice common phrases in advance. For example, can you help me? How do I use this machine? Is this free? Fifth, stay polite and calm. Gym environments are usually friendly, and people are willing to help if you ask respectfully. Finally, do not be afraid to make mistakes. Communication is more important than perfect grammar. The more you practice, the more confident you will become. Now we are at the final part of this podcast. In this section, I will summarize what we learned about communicating at the gym and show how to use simple English in real situations. In the previous blocks, we talked about how to start a conversation at the gym, how to describe exercises and activities, how to ask for help and understand instructions, and what common mistakes to avoid. All these parts help you communicate clearly and confidently in a gym environment. Let's look at a simple real-life conversation. Person: hello. Trainer: hi. How can I help you? Person: can you show me how to use this machine? Trainer: sure. First adjust the seat, then choose the weight. Person: thank you. This is a short and natural conversation. It includes a greeting, a request, instructions, and a polite response. Another example. Person: excuse me, is this machine free? Other person: yes, it is. Person: thank you. These examples show that simple English is enough to communicate effectively at the gym. You do not need complex grammar or long sentences. Clear and polite phrases are the most important. To improve your skills, practice regularly. Try to say sentences out loud, repeat common phrases, and imagine real situations at the gym. You can also listen to English conversations and pay attention to useful expressions. Remember to be polite, speak clearly, and ask questions when needed. If you do not understand something, use phrases like, can you repeat that, please? Or can you explain again? This will help you avoid confusion. This is the end of the podcast about the gym. Thank you for listening and practicing. Keep using simple English in real life, and you will become more confident step by step. Goodbye and good luck.
Leave a comment under this video and one of you will get 40 English lessons for free.